Have you ever had a hamster escape out of their cage, or you just need some tips and tricks on how to find them when they escape? Because I definitely have, so I'm going to give you some helpful tips on how to find your hamster and capture them once they escape. So first you're going to want to establish the area, which means you're going to want to check any spots on the cage that could possibly be bitten out of, whether that's like the top of the mesh, they could escape from that. They could have also just like opened the door by themselves, because if you didn't know, hamsters are pretty strong and they can push open the doors if they're not like sturdy enough. So you're just going to want to check any place your hamster could have escaped and like any room they could have possibly gone to. So establish those places before you start anything else. The first method is to set up some bowls, and in each of these bowls you're going to put different amount of food. Make sure to grab big food so it's easier to find them and easier to see how much they take, and also make sure it's a certain amount of food in each thing so you can count it to see how much your hamster took. So come back and check this every hour or so. Tata, what are you doing? What are you doing? So come back and check this every hour or so, and you should be able to find your hamster, or at least get a hint where they are. And when that food is gone, you should get an idea of what room they are in. Just place them in different rooms where you think your hamster could be, and that's possibly where they could be right now. The third thing you can do, which is probably going to work best, is to look for them at night. If you did not know, hamsters are nocturnal, so it is easier to look for them at night because during the day they probably are sleeping, and it is just way easier to find them at night. So make sure to look for them at night for the most part. I mean, you can look for them for the day, but it's most likely that you will find them at night. From my personal experience, I found my hamster at night, so that just seems to work best. And I actually have a couple friends who found their hamsters at night too, so that's just like what we personally recommend, because since they are nocturnal, they're easier to find at night. The next method is the bucket method. I have personally never tried this method, but I have heard that it works. But basically just put a bucket down and then put a towel or anything into it that can have a safe landing for your hamster. Just make sure to put it in there good and not able, so they will be able to crawl out. You're going to want to take everything you can and just kind of make steps. Just make like any kind of steps you can in order for your hamster to crawl up. So just like that. Next you can just sprinkle food all the way up the steps. So then you're going to have to wait and hope that your hamster falls in there. The next method you can do is the cage method, which is also one of my favorite methods. You can just set down a little, like a travel cage or something, or a cage similar to this one, and leave a door open. You can also put some peanut butter on the bars of it so it can lead them to it. You can also sprinkle some food in it, but I personally recommend peanut butter since it has a stronger smell and hamsters love peanut butter, and hopefully it'll bring them to it. Just come and check on it every 5 minutes or so, and it should eventually lead them to it. And so the next thing you want to do is you're just going to want to listen. So you can go into a room that you found your hamster being in, and you can just sit there really quietly and just listen, because you could hear them chewing on some food, because hamsters, when they chew, they are really loud. You could also hear them scurrying, like running across the floor, or they could even be scratching at things to try and burrow. So just sit in a room and just listen, and it might take time. Just be patient, and hopefully eventually you will hear them. So after you find your hamster, you are going to want to prevent future escaping, which means going around the cage and looking for anything or any damage around the cage and fixing it right away. You could always upgrade the cage too, or replace the cage to fix it, because sometimes you don't know what's wrong with the cage, but sometimes they just figure out how to escape. But some hamsters can chew through mesh or whatever to get through it, and it's just like a whole process. So just try and find any places your hamster could have escaped the cage and try to fix it right then and there. So yeah guys, that is it. That is all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this helps you in the future if you lose a hamster, and because it's definitely helped me, so I really hope it helps you guys. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Bye.
Say bye. Say bye.
Oh yeah.